I got a boom. Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com alongside
Nick Klugowitz, VP at 360 Cut.
360 Cut, man. We had a great workout. We had that rage. We had the pump. Now we had
We had sport intro workout.
We had sport intro.
BCAAs plus MCT.
It was a good workout, man. It was out the chain. Good supplements, all listed out. Good dosing. Everything's awesome. A lot of cool stuff coming out. Check it out. I'll link it down below. You got this big beast behind the company, so you know you can trust it, or at least they provide great facial hair for the situation. We had an email this morning. I usually don't answer emails unless they're sent to the link, but this email I feel is something that needs to be answered. I feel it's something that alongside curing world poverty, ending the war in the Middle East, the wars in the Middle East, and alongside the presidential election that's going on, this is a question that will affect more lives than anything
it's quite political
in the world right now. It's a very, very touching subject.
Yeah.
So I would like, I sent it to Nick, and he has it on his phone. He can read it, I think.
Oh, so I'm Snapchatting. Should I be doing? Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, here we go. This is from Dallin. Dallin says, "Hey man, I love your channel. Talking to Mark. Nobody knows who I am.
No, everybody knows who you are now.
I have a weird sex question for you.
Weird? No, it's not weird. We're sexual deviants.
It's political, not sexual.
Yes.
So I started working out a little over a year ago, and whenever I had sex beforehand, I could last for as long as I wanted. But ever since I started heavy weight training, I literally can't last for 2 minutes, more than 2 minutes at a time. I was thinking,
just cream pieing everybody.
Well, he didn't say if it's with men or women.
That
could be a deciding factor.
He's with the people he likes, and maybe he's changed. And he's like, I like this better. I can't stand it.
Anyway, maybe it might be a Tabata type thing. Let me finish this question. We'll figure it out together.
He's just pondering whatever. We don't even know what's going on. Okay.
Exactly. I was thinking, so he can't last for more than 2 minutes since he started training. I was thinking maybe I'm producing more testosterone. I was hoping to get your take on this and whether it's a normal thing for dudes.
We got to go TMI, y'all. Okay, look, I've had sex before, twice. I have 3 kids, 3 times.
Why would you?
Well, I mean, it was just a one-night stand.
You're not going to tell me about this?
I was drunk.
That was how I find out on camera for the first time ever.
On camera is how a lot of people find out for the first time. So, here's the deal. Your penis is very interconnected to your cardiovascular system as well as your core strength. For example, again, I got to go TMI. Here's what I realized how much core strength is involved in busting nuts. The scientific term for ejaculation is busting nuts.
Oh, okay.
And again, this is all scientific. There's nothing weird about this. We're just being real. I'm just sharing an experience with you guys, or experiences. Now, after I had my abs, because I had my fascia repaired, my abs were, and so I had 40 screws, and I had no core strength because the scar tissue hadn't formed. Literally, 20 seconds is my thing, right? That's not good. But here's the thing. And even before that, I was cool, but I was probably a normal dude, right? Now, after I focused on core strength,
we're looking deeply into each other's eyes.
which is why I looked away from you.
Yeah, I just realized.
It's getting really weird.
It is.
After I rehabbed my stomach and I focused on core strength, I started doing breathing techniques, and I started doing the Valsalva. I started breathing all the air out, working my transverse abdominis. I'm trying to think of a way to say this that isn't going to make everybody uncomfortable, and I don't give a fuck about you. But basically, my ability to control when I, set forth the money shot. That's the political term.
I was trying to think of the song, what was that song?
Skeet skeet?
Anyway.
Skeet
we
skeet.
digress. But that would be one of the songs.
But basically, once I focus on core strength, the opposite should happen because, for example, when you're squatting, if you're doing a proper squat, at the bottom of the squat, you literally want to Kegel. Because Kegeling tightens your PC muscles, and it actually inadvertently tightens your core. So at the bottom of a squat, you should mentally Kegel. And Kegeling is how you control the PC muscles, which are your money shot muscles. And that's so essentially what I'm saying is what your question. I don't think it's physical, bro. What's your because we go into, but what's your you've had sex twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Both with you.
Yeah, that's why I had one mic stand.
Anyway, I didn't want to find it this way. For me, I will say,
awkward.
When I started training regularly, got in better physical shape, it helped me last longer, whether it was endurance, whether it was cardiovascular. You know, like Mark said, everything is kind of intertwined that way. And see, that actually,
he's a dancer.
Well, now we've technically
That's
had
exactly
sex. I just had sex for the third time.
That's exactly how I have sex. I mean, I just do some of this.
But, I mean, for most people, I do think that it helps if you. I think training will actually help you last longer. But worst case, man, if you're having this issue, think about other things during sex. Like, you know, just think about it. Think about football. Think about baseball. Think about something that's not going to get you to the point.
Don't think about Scarlett Johansson. I tried that once, so done.
See,
it was a mess. Pregnancy, everything. So I mean,
is that the first kid or the fifth?
That's the fifth. We don't talk about
that. Was the one we just met at IHOP. Where's that mine? We're still trying to figure out who's that.
So essentially, what we're saying is what I'm saying. This is what my thing is. It's mental. Whether it's who you're sleeping with, maybe you don't like them or you like them a little too much,
or maybe it was the first time and you're overexcited about it.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely look into more mental. I mean, mental. Mindset in sports, in business is very important, and I also think in every area of life, including physicality and sexual relations, mindset is there. So, and maybe this is even awkward for me. Maybe stroke technique, right? Like, I don't know how well endowed you are, but there is a technique where you go shorter strokes and you don't go deep strokes all the time. So deep. That way, if you go all the way, it's essentially going to stimulate more. But if you go shorter strokes and then like every 10th stroke you go a deeper stroke, then you'll probably last longer. Just control that. If she's on top, you're out of luck.
And time your strokes with your breathing. You talked about breathing technique. That would probably help.
I didn't even know that one.
Yeah, time your strokes with your breathing technique.
Yeah, and of course other things. There's other things. You don't have to go straight to intercourse. So if she's having an issue because you're a minute man, focus more on foreplay. And that way she's already at the brink, or she's already had her cookies, and that way if you happen to have a bad night, she's not mad at you the next morning because she's sexually frustrated.
Right, yeah. Put her needs before yours if you don't want to sleep on the couch.
Unless you're married, then just fuck her needs. Then just get yours and go to bed. I mean, all right, so
that's why you get married, but she better make you a sandwich.
She won't make you a sandwich if you just roll over and go to bed.
That's true.
So you better finish her.
That's true.
Like, just honestly, just as a lover, just work on that mental stuff. But I think the training should help you. And of course, work on breathing. Again, your core strength is going to play a huge role in your lasting abilities.
I like what you just said, as a lover. Don't have sex till you're married. And then it won't matter because you already got her roped in and she's got to deal with it.
And the same goes for that. So kiss, blowjobs, goodbye. And that's not a game.